This video is going to be on dividing fractions. Dividing fractions is a little tricky, so please make sure that you pay attention to the steps that I'm taking to solve this problem. So our problem is 5/8 divided by 3/4. Okay? The first thing that we want to do is change this to a multiplication problem and flip this fraction. So the first step will yield 5/8 times 4/3. So that was our first step. Okay. Now we want to simplify, looking at cross numbers. So we want to look at these two numbers, and we want to look at these two numbers. Now, right now we're reducing and simplifying, not any operations. So 5/3, these two numbers cannot change. They can't be reduced. But 8 and 4, notice that 4 will go into 8 two times, and it will go into 4 once. So this number becomes a 1, and this number becomes a 2. So now I'm going to rewrite this fraction multiplication problem. 5/2 times 1/3. Now I do the math. All right, so let's go over this again. We had division and a fraction. We turned it into multiplication. We flipped that fraction. Then we looked at I don't know how to say that, I'm sorry, but anyway, we reduced, and now we're left with this multiplication here. So 5 times 1 is 5, and 2 times 3 is 6. Okay, this cannot be changed into a mixed fraction, and it can't be reduced. We are finished with this problem. All right, let's look at another example. 3/4 divided by 1/2. All right, so our first step is to change this to multiplication and flip this fraction. So we get 2/1. And again, we didn't do anything to the 3/4. All right, so now we want to look to see if we can reduce anywhere, and we can. We can reduce right here. 2 will go into 2 one time, and 2 will go into 4 two times. So now our problem can be rewritten to be 3/2 times 1/1 to give us 3/2. And this number can be turned into a mixed fraction. 2 will go into 3 one time, with 1 left over 2. So 3/4 divided by 1/2 is equal to, is equal to 1 1/2. Okay? All right, let's do another example. All right, let's do 1 3/8 divided by 2 1/16. Okay? So now the first thing I want to do here is get rid of my mixed fractions. So 8 times 1 is 8, plus 3 more is 11. 16 times 2 plus 2 more is going to give me 30, plus 1 more, plus 1 more is going to give me 33. All right, so now I'm ready for my step 1. We can actually reduce both the numerator and the denominator of both problems. So if I look at this direction, I can see that 11 will go into 11 one time, and 11 will go into 33 three times. And if I look in this direction, 8 will go into 8 one time, 8 will go into 16 two times. So I'm going to rewrite this. So this left fraction became 1/1 times, and this right fraction became 2/3. So 1 times 2 is 2, and 1 times 3 is 3. So 1 3/8 divided by 2 1/16 is equal to 2/3. Okay? Let's do an example with a variable. All right, I have 1x, 1 over x divided by 3 over x. All right, I'm going to flip 1 over x and multiply. Okay, this can be reduced. X will go into x one time, and x will go into x one time. So I'm left with 1 over 1 times 1 over 3. So I have 1 over 3. So 1x divided by 3x is equal to 1/3. Okay? So you have to remember to make sure you multiply and flip. Let's do one more, and we'll be done. So 11 over 12 divided by a negative 7 over 8. Okay, so 11 over 12 times a negative 8 over 7. Okay, I can reduce here. All right, this is going to be, sorry, I cannot reduce here. I don't want to have to do this video over. 2 and 3 you can. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm having a brain freeze. I'm feeling rushed. The bell's about to ring. All right, so I have 11 over 3 times 2 over 7. So that gives me 22 over 21, which can be turned into 1 and 21. And remember, we were working with negatives. So negative 1 and 1/21. And I'm sorry that I kind of had to think on that last one. I hope this video has helped with dividing fractions.